Well, newsflash, everyone. It is the weekend before Thanksgiving. I don't know how we got here so quickly. And if you're going to be traveling for the holiday, get ready for some record-breaking pre-pandemic numbers. Nearly 55 million people expected to hit the roads or take to the skies. But don't get your turkey feathers in a bunch, because today we're joined by TV host and travel journalist Jeanette Ceja. She's going to give us all the best holiday travel advice. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Okay, so that number, 55 million Americans are going to be traveling. That makes it the third largest travel day ever.
Yes. It's a big one.
What are your tips? How are we going to cope?
Wow, I have so many tips. So if you are traveling and you find yourself heading to the airport or on the road, I would advise to prepare to go as early as possible. If you don't have currently TSA PreCheck, for example, or Clear, that's something good to apply for. That will expedite you through security lines. Do expect long lines, especially starting today up to the 27th of November. People will be traveling in and out of the airports.
Do you have advice specific to people who might be going through LAX?
Yes, LAX, they do have a website where if you want to track the current parking availability, the traffic, LAX has a website that you can book your parking ahead of time, or you can kind of gauge the situation if you want to go later. LAX did release some information this week saying that they expect up to 97,000 vehicles per day this holiday, Thanksgiving week. So traffic is expected. Yes.
Sorry, I hope they got close up on my face reaction right there. And I mean, parking, even if you're local, if you're parking at LAX, that's a whole nother part of your journey. What if you're driving, hitting the road with these gas prices?
Yes, if you're hitting the road and you're able to carpool with another family member or friend, I would highly recommend that, as gas prices, especially in California, are constantly changing. Also to save, time, you can get in the carpool lane. It makes a huge difference, especially on these days. You will see most likely a lot more traffic at all times.
Okay, so if we just scared the stuffing out of people and they decided to just stay here, what's the best way to spend Thanksgiving in Los Angeles?
Yes, there's alternative ways to spend Thanksgiving, especially if you don't want to cook, if you'd rather just go and enjoy the meal. There's restaurants that are open here in LA on Thanksgiving Day. OpenTable is a great website to check out to see what's available, to make a reservation. There's also vegan and vegetarian restaurants that will be open for any of the vegetarians are out there.
Yeah, my family's done that some years when my in-laws are in town, because none of us really wanted to cook, and it's actually really nice, and the food is delicious. Nothing burns in the oven, so that's great. The last point I just wanted you to hit for people who are already starting to think about travel plans for next year. What are your top destinations for 2023?
Yes, well, this year, Japan has recently reopened to tourists, which is exciting. So if you've ever wanted to go to Japan, I would say definitely keep that on your list for 2023. I would say, of course, Europe, there's going to be a lot of events happening in the next year. If you want to go to the World Cup, that's happening as well later this year. But yeah, I would just say keep, your options open, as a lot of the countries have been reopening this year, and it's exciting to get out there and start traveling again.
Well, I'll be following you. I hope you get to go to Japan. That sounds fabulous. All right, Jeanette Ceja, she's a TV host and travel journalist. Thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you. My pleasure.